Spontaneous generation. Big controversy back in the 1800s, before evolution got going. You already probably learned about Louis Pasteur and how he disproved spontaneous generation, and many other people were involved in this whole controversy. One such person that you don't hear too much about was a German by the name of Frederic Kuchenmeister. Lived back in the 1800s. He was a physician, wasn't really a high-tech scientist for the time, but he was convinced that parasitic worms could not have spontaneously generated from diseased muscle tissue. And he was so convinced of that, he was very adamant about the point, based primarily on his faith in the way God works. So we're going to have Frederic Kuchenmeister come in and give a little talk with you about his experiments. Now, unfortunately, he's not very open to time travel, and so I have to trick him to coming into our time here in the present. And so in order to do that, I went back in time to his time, and I put up a sign on a door telling him that he was going in to talk to a group of people, but actually he'll be coming into the time machine and he'll be coming here. He'll think you are the group of people from back in the 1800s that he was talking to. Who were these group of people? Actually, they were a bunch of prisoners. Kuchenmeister did some work with parasitic worms, but he needed some human people to work with so he could actually disprove the spontaneous generation. So he got some prisoners who were on death row who were actually going to be executed, and they agreed to actually eat some parasitic worms with some regular good food so it wouldn't taste so yucky. And so, and then after they were executed, he would examine their bodies. So he's going to be coming into here, but he'll think he will be talking to a bunch of prisoners that he's going to give the parasitic worms to. So he'll explain all about the experiment. Don't let on until after it's all over, okay? Oh, it's so good to see you all today. Allow me to introduce myself. Frederic Kuchenmeister, and that's Kuchenmeister, not Cookie Monster. I hate it when people call me that. Ah, yes, yeah, I have the signed papers. You have agreed to participate in this experiment in which I will give you some worms to eat before your execution. So, I want you to know a few things about worms, first of all. They are very important. This experiment is very important. But worms are very important. They're necessary for life. Human beings could probably not exist on this planet if it were not for worms. The earthworms bringing up the nutrients and aerating the soil. Worms are everywhere. Parasitic worms are in all animals and plants, in the ocean, in the lakes. They are everywhere. Yes, yeah, I believe in global warming. The worms are all over the globe. But one thing I don't believe is the spontaneous generation of worms. Some have said diseased muscle tissue can spontaneously generate worms. Nein! Such a theory of error contradicts the wisdom of the Creator and the laws of harmony and simplicity put into nature. God would not do such a thing. So we must vigorously persecute this error. I want again to thank you very much for agreeing to participate in this experiment. Before you have your execution, nothing will happen to damage your body. You must take good care of yourself. After all, now you belong to me in a sense, so you have agreed to donate your bodies to science. And so, take good care of yourself. Oh, that reminds me of a song. Button up your overcoat when the wind is free. Take good care of yourself, you belong to me. Eat an apple every day, get to bed by 3. Take good care of yourself, you belong to me. Be careful crossing streets, ooh, ooh, eating sweets, ooh, ooh. Uncooked meat, ooh, ooh. You'll get a pain and ruin your tum-tum. I need to have you in good shape when I operate. Take good care of yourself, it will all be great. Take good care of yourself, you belong to me. Watch out for nasty germs, ooh, parasitic worms, ooh, pachyderms, ooh. If one of them steps on you, you'll get a pain in your tum-tum. And don't forget to call me up after your decease. Take good care of yourself, you'll belong to me, boop-boop-a-doop. Oh, now I will serve you the special of the day, vermicelli. Wait a minute. You are not prisoners. You do not have the prisoner garb on. What is this? Was ist was? I have been duped. I have been tricked to come into the time machine. Ah! I hate time machine travel. I know who did this. I know who did this. I will get my revenge. I will get my revenge. I will have the last laugh. I always get the last laugh. Ah! Remember, I always get the last laugh. Oh, my schnozzle. I told you I always get the last laugh.